Up to nearly a foot of snow and ice fell across Maryland, and now teeth-shattering cold settles in for a long stay. Hello, everybody. I'm Nikki Zizaza. Welcome to WJZ News at noon. It's a WJZ Alert Day, and we continue to bring you First Alert weather team coverage. Marty Bass is live in the First Alert Mobile Weather Lab, and we have Stephanie Douglas in the Greenmount West. But we'll begin with meteorologist Rochelle J. in the First Alert Weather Center with more on the dangerous Arctic air. Rochelle.
Yeah, usually after a snowfall, we tend to see colder temperatures, but this is going to stick around with us for a while. Just a recap of how much we saw here in Maryland of that snow, sleet, and freezing rain. Let's head over to the graphics there. You can see a widespread area of 9 to 12 inches. And then as expected, those totals come down as you look farther to the south and to the east as well. Just to compare that with our forecast, we were pretty close to what actually happened. This is our last forecast as of Saturday morning before the storm moved in. Now, current conditions, BWI Marshall is sitting at 25 degrees. We've got a gusty wind up to 30 miles an hour around the airport, so it feels like 12 if you need to head in that direction. Now, feels like temperatures are in the upper single digits. Rising sun feels like 9 degrees to the mid-teens across the board, and they're not going to move. These feels like temperature numbers not going to move all that much. We still do have some cloud cover overhead, but the sunshine is breaking through in many locations. We have also squeezed out a few rogue snowflakes for today. I'm not anticipating much, but a few neighborhoods could still see a couple more flakes coming down. So for today, plunging temperatures, and that wind has picked up across the area. We'll take another look at just how long those strong winds last and how low our wind chills get for tonight, Nikki, in the full forecast.
Welcome back on this alert day. We're taking a live look at the WJZ Outback. 26 degrees out there, but as you can see, all across Maryland, covered in ice and snow. It's a scene that you simply cannot avoid. I mean, even driving in today, I mean, it's just like bare knuckles the whole way. Focused.
2 hands on the wheel. Let's keep it, let's keep it focused, everybody. If you have to head out. If not, turn the music on, look outside, grab a warm drink or soup or anything like that. It is definitely a wintry day across Maryland. Just as a refresher, here is what we saw as far as the snow, but also including some of that sleet as well before it compacted down overnight. A widespread area of 9 to 12 inches. Again, this does include that sleet. And then we did see some 6 to 9 inches heading down into southern parts of Anne Arundel County, parts of the eastern shore as well. And then we saw some even lower numbers heading farther to the south and east. These are the areas that saw the changeover to sleet and even some plain rain mixing in for the lower eastern shore. Here's a look at what we're watching for the week ahead. That dangerous cold is on the way. Stays cold through this week, although we do have some sunshine that is going to break through. You saw on the Outback camera just briefly some rays were shining through. We did see some shadows out there, so some sunshine is on the way if you haven't seen it already. But we also do have, with that cold, some days that are going to be breezy and gusty, including today. Here's First Alert radar. We did see a few snow showers that moved through very briefly in a few parts of the area. I know we were looking at Ashley Paul's live shot a little earlier in the morning. You could see some of that snow. I believe she also mentioned those couple of snow showers that briefly moved through. Adding the satellite on there, you can see a good deal of cloud cover across Maryland. But again, that sunshine is breaking through as we're into the early afternoon. What's also breaking through is the winds coming out of the north and west, gusting up to about 30 miles an hour. And we will keep very similar wind gusts through the afternoon and into the early evening before some of those winds start to come down a little bit later on. But it's still going to be cold. Look at where these feels like temperatures are going. Before we even get to sunset tonight, we will have some areas with those single-digit wind chills across parts of our area. For today, this afternoon, upper 20s, Anne Arundel County and much of the area as well. So it is going to be a day with temperatures that will be well below normal this afternoon. Well below normal for tomorrow morning. Cold weather advisory for most of the state. Those wind chills getting down to as low as -18. Here's one model output for wake-up wind chills tomorrow morning. So just a heads up, widespread sub-zero wind chills are on the way for your Tuesday morning, everybody. And we could do this all over again for a few mornings this week because look at some of these overnight lows. Tonight we're down to about 7 degrees, 6, 8, 3, 6. So many cold mornings are on the way. If you haven't pulled out that thermal gear just yet, you are going to need it this week. Not really any type of big warm up in sight, Nikki.
I was going to say that 7-day does not look encouraging.
No, it is not a pleasant one at all. We're talking overnight lows, single digits. Factor in just a little bit of wind. Those wind chills approach 0 degrees. The afternoons aren't very much better. Temperatures are running 20+ degrees below normal each and every day. Outside of today, below normal as we head through the rest of the work week.
Okay, we just got to deal with it and make it